Introduction. What is Portuguese language course? It is a Romance language that is spoken in Portugal, Brazil and other Portuguese colonial. It is important for students to take this language course to help them to improve memory, gain critical thinking skills, and ease them to communicate with Portugal citizens if they go travel to Portugal. There are three objectives in this study. The first one is to identify students' background. Second, to observe the effectiveness of Portuguese language course. Third one is to investigate students' willingness to take Portuguese language course.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Najmi Najib bin Azhar and I will be talking about data collection. We have implemented only one data collection instrument, which is running a questionnaire online through Google Form. A total of 150 random SMK Udang Lago students who took the Portuguese language course has answered 14 questions from the Google Form. We use the descriptive method because they are excelled at translating the raw quantitative data into a more meaningful conclusion like mean, median, and mode. The reason why we use this method is to understand the qualitative variables better and highlight the potential relationships between variables. And here are the qualitative variable and the quantitative variable.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Shafkat Ubaid Binti Mostam. My matric number is 278806. I would like to present my part 2.2, Method of Data Analysis. We collected our respondent details by gender, age, mother's job, father's job, study time, and absence. We used the mean compare their information. The mean score related about the question, which is what factors that are influencing students' grade in first grade, second grade, and final grade. The grade is referring to Portuguese language course. Next, list of measurement of variable for gender, age, mother's job, father's job, study time, absence, type of extra activities, the condition of internet access, the type of romantic relationship is nominal, the time of travel is ratio, the level of health is interval. 2.3 Statistical tool use. We use Microsoft Excel to analyze the data and Microsoft Word to finish our writing and do the graphic and charts and tables. Thank you.
First analysis is by gender. Based on the pie chart, there are 79 female students and 71 male students, each gender representing 53% and 47% of the students. Second is analysis by mother job. As we can see in this table, other is the mode of students' mother job, while at home and health got the lowest number of students, which is 15 each. Third is analysis by father job. Based on this graph, the mode of students' father job is other, while at home got the lowest number of students, which is 5 of them. Next is analysis by age. Students who are 15 years old dominating this pie chart, as there are 50% of them, while there is only one person who is 19 years old.
Now, we are moving into the analysis by study time. Majority of the students study for 2 to 5 hours a week, covering 47% of the chart. In comparison, 10% of the 150 students have studied for more than 10 hours. The rest are scattered between option 1 and option 3, which is less than 2 hours and in between 5 to 10 hours a week. Here are the analyses by school absence. Overall, both genders have total 513 absence between each of them. According to the figure, female by far has a higher mean score than male at 3.8607 compared to male 2.9298. This shows female has more tendency to miss class and have more absence than their counterpart. For standard deviation, female triumphed the data variation by 4.1748 than male 3.2219. The number illustrates that female data are more dispersed than the male. From this study, we can conclude that the female is more likely to be absent. The table shows the analysis by student grade in the first period. Most students scored around 12 to 14, but there are 2 students who scored 0 to 2 and 18 to 20. Although 35.33% of the 150 students fall into the 9 to 10 category, and the remaining 18 representing the 15 to 17 category. From the bar graph, we can confirm that the data is left skewed. That being said, we can conclude that the students are able to score more than 12 in the first period.
Qualitative data. Number of Portuguese language course students for their score in second period. The lowest relative frequency is 0.0067 for grade 8. The frequency is 1. The highest relative frequency is 0.23. The number of grade is 11. The frequency is 35. Pie chart shows the second grade of Portuguese language course student. The lowest percentage is 0.67. The highest is 23.33%. Next, number of Portuguese language course students for their score in final exam. The lowest relative frequency is 0.0067 for grade 7 and 18. The frequency is 1. The highest relative frequency is 0.19. The number of grade is 11. The frequency is 29. Pie chart shows the final grade of Portuguese language course student. The lowest percentage is 0.67%. The highest is 19.33%. Lastly, number of Portuguese language course students for their travel time from home to school. The lowest relative frequency is 0.033 for travel time 4. The frequency is 5. The highest relative frequency is 0.69. The travel time is 1. The frequency is 104. Pie chart shows the travel time of Portuguese language course student. The lowest percentage is 3.33%. The highest is 69.33%. Thank you.
Up next is analysis of Portuguese language course student involvement in the extracurricular activities. From the pie chart, we can observe that there are more people involved in the extracurricular activity with 56% or 84 of the students involved in it. The rest, which are 44% or 66 students, didn't involve in the extracurricular activities. Next is analysis of internet access at home for Portuguese language course student. From the pie chart, we can see that majority of Portuguese language course students have internet access at home, with 125 of the students or 83% of them having internet access at home. The remaining of the student, which is 25 or 70% of them, didn't have any internet access at home. Next is analysis of romantic relationship for Portuguese language course student. From the pie chart, we can conclude that most of the Portuguese language course students are in a romantic relationship. 112 of the students or 75% of them have been in a romantic relationship. The remaining 38 of the students or 25% of them are not in a romantic relationship. Analysis of current health status of Portuguese language course student. From the bar chart, we can see that Portuguese language course students have the highest percentage of excellent health status with 47.33% of them. The lowest percentage for health status is poor health status with 9.33% of the students had it. Only fair and very poor health status have the same statistic with 14.67% of the students had this health status. The second highest percentage of the student health status is good health status with 14% of the student had this status. In conclusion, from the analysis made based on the gender analysis, we can see that there are more female students taking Portuguese language course student than the male student. Next, from the analysis made from the grade subject analysis, we can see that majority of the students managed to score more than 12 for the first, second and final grade period. In addition, from the analysis made from the activities, internet and romantic relationship, we can see that the yes option had the highest number of frequency. The student choices in their activity, internet and romantic relationship can have a huge influence on their grade. Last, from the study time analysis, we can conclude that majority of students spend long hours of studying, and that is more than 10 hours weekly. Students' study time also can have a huge influence on the students' grade.